Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Tuesday, time for another Technique Tuesday or Fun Fold or whatever I come up with. Have to tell you, with having my big open house on Saturday and retired merchandise sale, this really got pushed to the back burner. So I'm looking to see if we're live. It says we are, but I'm not seeing anything. So if you are able to see it, let me know. All right. So the new catalog went live on last Tuesday, a week ago today. So many cool products. And I know Fran's going to tease me because I chose the purples for the new InColors to show you. But I just wanted to show you the coordination. And I had a conversation with some gals on Saturday that one of the biggest selling things with Stampin' Up! Is the way all their colors coordinate, because you don't have to worry about things matching. So let me show you all the different parts and pieces. I'm trying to see if there's any comments showing up. Huh. All right, it tells me, oh, there we go. Hey, Chris, I see you. Cindy, I see you. Awesome. And Julie, great. Okay, so I'm always relieved when I know it's working. Okay, so the InColors, we've got the blends, we've got the marker, the ink pad for your inks, the ribbon, the InColor jewels. These are really cool this year. They're a little bag that you can put stuff in. Our InColor Designer Series paper, it comes in two different, well, yeah, I guess there's 4 patterns. Here you can see all 4 of them. And of course, flip it over, same thing. And then your cardstock. And then there's this shimmery paper. Check this stuff out. You're not going to be able to see it online. But it is just so amazing. Look at that shine. Chris, yeah, you love the new InColors. I do too. All right. So, and I just want to show you, they have it and everything. So much great coordination. All right. So I wanted to show you how I made one of my little giveaways on Saturday at the open house. So Cindy's on here. She got one because she was here. And Julie actually got one yesterday because when I went to meet her, I gave her one as well. Let me show you how to make them. And they are these cute little boxes that will hold. When I watched the gal, paperpixie.com, she talked about how lifesavers or breath mints would fit in here. Well, I was really surprised when I went to Walmart and Dollar Tree, they didn't have rolls of lifesavers. So maybe I just wasn't looking in the right place. I'm not really sure. But little packages of gum from Dollar Tree works. One will fit in here, or you can even double stack it and put 2 in there. All right. So the first thing you guys get to choose is which color we're going to use. Are we going to use polished pink, evening evergreen, pale papaya, fresh freesia? It doesn't help that freesia is one of my favorite sprays that I use all the time, or soft succulent. So in your replies, tell me what color shall I make my little treat box today? And I will watch to see how the votes come in. While I'm watching for votes, okay, I see one polished pink. Hey, Paula. Hi, how are you? We're voting on what color InColor I should use for my demonstration today. So polished pink, evening evergreen, pale papaya, fresh freesia, or soft succulent. Oh, I got a soft succulent. I got a polished pink. What do you think? while I'm waiting, I'm going to show you this. So these are the Opal Rounds that are in the January to June catalog, but they are also in the new big catalog. And what I like about them is we can use our blends and we can color them any color that we want. So, oh, I got another pink and I got an evergreen. All right. So I take the fat tip, but you want to be careful. You don't want to damage your tip because if you push down really hard on the edges, you're going to damage it. So whenever I color with them, I always just try to use the side. And here I used, I bet this is light. Yeah, I'm going to grab the dark. I think the darker of the colors it a little bit better. So there's a pink. We've had a vote for the soft succulent, so I'll do a soft succulent. And then you can, these take just a little bit to dry because we're putting that alcohol ink on them. And we've had an evergreen one. Color one of those. And I have a sheet for this, and I just realized I typed it all up at school and forgot to print it out. So I will have to post it at the bottom afterwards. All right, well, it looks like at this point pink wins. So we'll start with the pink. All right, get these other colors out of the way. And I'm going to grab my scoring. And you kind of want to think about this. When you first do this, if you have a pattern to it that you want to look right, so like here, I don't know, this pattern doesn't really matter, and this one doesn't either. But if you have an up and down, you want it up and down with these first score lines that we do. Now remember with designer series paper that it's not nearly as thick as our cardstock. So when you push down, you don't want to push near as hard as you do with cardstock. So we're going to go to 1.5 and we're going to score 1.5. Then I'm going to turn it so that here's my 1.5 score. I'm doing it on the opposite side. Okay, so making my row like this. Now we're going to turn it the other direction and we're going to score at 2 5/8. And then turn it around and do 2 5/8 again. And 5/8 is just one line past the half mark here. Okay. All right. So there's only 4 score. Well, I'll tell you, another thing I started doing, because I made multiples of these not too long ago, is that I looked at this center score, this center rectangle, and I wanted to put a score line in the center of this just to help it fold a little bit better. So if you look in here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So 1, 2, and it doesn't have to be exact, but just lightly score down here just a little bit to give it just a little bit of give as we build our little purse here. Okay, so it doesn't even have to go all the way down, just a little bit of give there. All right. So that's the score lines. Now we are going to burnish it. So grab bone folder. And again, you don't want to push terribly hard because this is DSP. Right. Making sure I've got, okay. So there's the 2 5/8 score on each side. And what this does is this is creating the bottom of our little purse. And then the 1.5 sides, the 1.5s create the side. So for that. And when you close it up, it's going to look just like that. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to fold this in. Here's the trickiest part. And to show it on cameras, I'm trying to figure this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to poke and hold this little point here where this rectangle is in the center. And I've got it folded in, and I'm going to bend it down so that it lines up even with that score line. Okay, I'm going to do this 4 times, so I'll try to do it so you can see better. Okay, so see how that lines up right like that? And then gently score that line that you created inside there. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the bone folder, put it right in that corner, and we're going to fold this side down. Yeah, I got to do it the right way or I get confused. Okay, so this goes like that. Okay, so then this one, we're going to bring that folded part in, line it up. Okay, so if I have half of them done, that's what it looks like. Okay, we're just going to go all the way around because we have to do it on all 4 sides. So you can use the bone folder, you can use your finger, whatever works for you. You just want to line up the edge of that rectangle with the edge of your paper. And then put that crease in there. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Bring that in and line it up. First time I did this, I felt so uncoordinated. But like I said, I made these as a gift for some people and I had to make several of them. So that really helped. So I thought this was kind of fun. It's kind of like a mouth talking, I thought. Okay. Side note, sorry, must have been with kids today. So I'm going to grab some glue and you can use any adhesive you want. You're going to fill in this top section. Okay, so here's the score line. We're just going to fill in this top 4-sided shape here, and we're going to do it all the way around. So just a little bit of glue there. Fill it up. And then do the same on this side. And then the same thing over here. So when you get it done, you've got all 4 edges glued down and you've got this open spot. And the open spot is going to create the pocket. Okay, so I talked about the score line here. And the score line, you kind of want to bend it in just a little bit because I had a little bit of trouble when I was trying to put them together of it popping out these front sections. Okay, so there's our base like that. Now what I did is I grabbed the layering circles, these here, and I did the largest circle, which is almost 3 inches. Okay, so the largest one, I'm going to grab the scorer again, put it up here right against the edge. Now you can see it's a little bit shy of 3, so I'm going to center it between the 3 and the edge here. And then I'm going to score down 1.5. You can push a little bit harder because this is our cardstock. Okay. You could have probably grabbed one of the scallop circles if you wanted one. But if you see that there, it does it just pretty much right in half. All right. Here's my next voting. Do I stamp this in Magenta Madness, so it's just a little bit darker pink, or should I stamp it in the Evening Evergreen so that there's more contrast? So which one should I use? The Magenta Madness or the Evening Evergreen? Let me know which one you think. Oh, yeah, you're right, Cindy. It does look like a duck bill. Very true. Yeah. All right, so shall I stamp it? I've got a little greeting that says hello. Hello is from this Beauty of Friendship brand new stamp set right here, this hello. I cannot wait to share this stamp set with you. That'll probably be next week. The depth in the leaves is just amazing. So we're going to say hello. Do I stamp it in green or in pink? What do you think? All right, I've got one vote for Magenta Madness. Oh, Julie says evergreens. We got one of each. All right, keep coming in. What else? What else do I use? Which one should I use? And while you're thinking about that, I need to know whether we're going to do the flower as the small daisy, where we put two of those on the front, or should I use a pansy? So should it be the daisy or the pansy? And which color do I stamp my greeting in? It's a tie so far between the green and the pink. It is so strange how it takes a little while. Everything seems a little bit slow coming in. But I guess I should be thankful that we're within less than a minute and not hours and hours. Oh, and I have a vote for the daisy and the greeting in green. Okay. All right, I'm looking here, green. All right, we're gonna go with the green, evergreen. And because this is the polymer, I'm gonna grab my foam mat. Put that on there. I really like this evening evergreen, and I love how it coordinates with the soft succulent. All right, so there's my hello. Then I'm going to stamp my daisies in polished pink. And we've had the daisies around for a while, and I'm sure you remember this, but just in case, when you stamp your daisies, you want the petals to be straight up and down, because then it'll be easier to punch out. And I want some depth to it, so I'm going to do two so I can put them together. All right. Got my old chamois. So addicted to that thing. All right. Making sure those are dry. You can tell I haven't used this pink ink pad very much. It's nice and dark. Okay. So I'll slide my punch in. You know, I kind of forget about the daisies, and then I end up using them on a card. And I think, why don't I use it more often? So cute. All right. So there's my daisy. And to put them together, I always use glue dots. And I kind of look to see if I pop them out right. And like this one, you can see I was off just a little bit. So it's going to be my back daisy. So I put a glue dot right in the middle section and then go in between the petals of the back one. And there we go. All right. So now I scored this center section, or the circle in the center, again, right about 1.5. When I go to put it on here, I want to make sure that the edge of my purse is down below the fold line just a little bit. If you bump it right up against that fold line, when you go to close your purse, it's going to buckle on you just a little bit. Okay. What I like about this one is the surfaces that you're attaching are nice big surfaces, so you can just use liquid glue. You don't have to worry about using the tear tape and that kind of stuff. So make sure it's on the back. So my hello is going to be on the front, and I'm going to line this up so it's just a little bit below the score line. Okay. So I close this up and I want to bring it over. And by leaving it a little way from there, see how it doesn't make this buckle? The first few, I had a lot of trouble with it buckling. Okay. So it's going to go like that. Okay, so now there's the problem of closing this. So what I did is I bought some inexpensive little Velcro pieces, and I went ahead and matched them up so that the top and the bottom are already together. And then I'm going to cut one section off. These are self-adhesive. I'm pretty sure I probably got these at probably at Dollar Tree. And this one I've messed with, so I'm going to line it back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to the top of my purse. Right, like that. And then I'm going to gently close this and fold that over and just push down a little bit. And then reach in here and you can push down really nice and make sure both of these are pushed down really well. That's still popped in just a little bit. There we go. I guess I didn't mention, but I assumed you knew your 3-inch circle is the same width as this is because it was a 6 by 6. And so we've got 3 inches across there because we took 1.5 off each side. So it should pretty much fit right over the designer series paper. Then I'm going to take a glue dot and attach my daisies. And you want to make sure you put them off to the side so you can still read your hello. I always like to make it where the hello kind of goes through 2 of the petals there. So it's kind of close, but not too far apart. And then I'm going to take my, there it is, my Take a Pick tool. And I'm going to add a pink dot right above my hello. And since we chose the daisy, I think I'm going to go back and grab the pale papaya. I'm using the dark. I'm going to color a yellow for the center of my daisy. Right. And there you go. Isn't that cute? So when I made these for my team, I couldn't find my daisy punch. And well, I found the punch, but not the stamp. So I chose to go with the Pansy. And I was highlighting the InColors. So I didn't do contrast. I just did everything in the matching color. So let me show you how those turned out. So here's the evergreen. Here's the fresh freesia, the so succulent, and the pale papaya. So there's all the little goodies. And these you can see they are the pansies, but then with the daisy. And I think the daisy is kind of fun because it adds a little more depth and texture to it. I will be showing you the pansy set, and I always think, well, it doesn't hurt. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad you like that. To show you the versatility in our stuff. So the Pansy set is here. It's got 23 pieces, lots of pieces to mix and match. And I'll be putting together a chart for the stamping. I don't have that done yet. And the dies, look at all those dies. There are 21 dies. So almost as many dies as stamps. And there's some pieces here that are not, that you don't cut out. So extra pieces there. So I made a chart for all the different ways you can build your pansies with the pieces. And then as I was doing this, I thought this looked like an angel as well as this is an angel. And I thought that would make a butterfly. So to be honest, I thought that was pretty cool that I came up with that idea. I'm not usually the creative one like that. And then you can see how you can build a 2-step leaves and see this beautiful flower that comes out of that. So I'll be using the Pansy set. We're using it for a demonstrator meeting, so I've been playing with it quite a bit. So here's my little purses. Hope you've enjoyed it. You can see here I put the gum in there, one of them I thought had the double stack. You can put, I'll just show you real quick, you can put 2 packages of gum in there if you're wanting to give somebody a little bit more gum. And if you find lifesavers, let me know. I could not believe that no lifesavers to be found. And if you are putting a smaller item in here, then you want to use that center score line and fold it in just a little bit. All right, well, there you go. There's my little fun purses for today. If you need a little gift for somebody for a little bit of graduation gift or thinking of you, we just had Teacher Appreciation Week. These would have worked. Thanks for joining me today. No, Paula, sorry, you don't get one in your box this time. But you do get something else that's really cool. I think Julie's mailing the boxes tomorrow, so you should be getting them soon. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.